make sure after this, after our class, before I opened your topic 1 on our new LMS, make sure nakapag-enroll muna kayo and alam nyo ang enrollment keys nyo. Okay? Baka may mga naliligaw pa rin sa ES1. We are not using your ES1, yung LMS nyo before, yung OLS natin. Nasa R4A-1 na tayo, no? Ang bago nating LMS. So, doon na tayo magsasagot. Okay. So, having said that, let's continue. Let's have our topic for today, for week 1 of our third quarter. This is the official start of our third quarter. So, for week 1, we're going to discuss music. Okay, for music, we're going to discuss contemporary of Philippine music. So this is just continuation of what you have learned from your first and second quarter lesson. Okay, so here's the new look of your new LMS. Okay, so ito na ang itsura niya. So for first week of our lesson, now we're going to discuss contemporary Philippine music. We have 2 topics for music. Okay, topic 1 is the 20th century traditional composers, and topic 2 will be discussed on week 5. Okay, let's proceed with your objective for this week. Sinang baby yun? Please turn off your mic, okay? Okay, so your objective for this week class is to narrate the life of the selected contemporary Filipino composers. So, for today's discussion, we're going to learn and know some of the famous contemporary composers from the Philippines, their works, lifestyle, and their historical background, especially their compositions and their contribution to Filipino music. And of course, number 2, analyzes the musical characteristics of traditional and both contemporary Filipino music. Are there any differences or magkapareho lang when it comes to their characteristics? So those would be our 2 objectives for this week. Okay. For your idea of your week 1, here's your introduction, development, engagement, and assimilation. So obviously, for this week, you will have 4 music learning tasks. Okay, that is music learning task 1.1. That is a listening activity. For 1.2, it's a quiz. For 1.3, we have a record time. And learning task 1.4 is a reflection. Let's proceed with your activity time. So as I've said earlier, you will have 4 music learning tasks. Una muna tayo sa learning task 1.1. Okay. For your learning task 1.1, it's under the introduction. It's a listening activity. This is not new to you. Alam niyo na, alam na to. For listening activity, learning task 1.1, the listening activity will help you and guide you to experience the 20th century traditional composers. All you have to do is listen and watch the video exam from YouTube listed below. What is that video presentation? This one. So you'll be provided with 2 video presentation. This is entitled Hating Gabi, performed by Antonio Molina. He is actually a national artist for music. And the second video link is entitled Mutyan ng Pasig, composed by Nicanor S. Abelard. Okay, so these 2 video presentation, I would like you to listen and watch it carefully. Then, as you go along, as you listen, after viewing the video, answer the following questions using the online text submission type. Alam niyo na yun kung ano ang itsura, no? So, using this 4 reflection guide, you're going to answer them, of course, based from what you've heard and what you've watched from these 2 video presentation, Hating Gabi and Mutyan ng Pasig. So, the first guide question is, how did you find the music? So, do you somehow relate to it? Just explain. Number 2, among the two compositions, what did you like the most? Anong mas nagustuhan mo? Si Hating Gabi o si Mutya ng Pasig? And just tell me why. Then number 3, what is your overall impression of the music? Of course, when we are referring to impression, okay, just give me some of the characteristic or elements of music para mas maintindihan ko yung explanation nyo, no? Then number 4, based on your perception, what are the significant features and unique characteristic of the 20th century traditional composer? So you'll just have to differentiate its characteristics from our previous elements or type of music na diniscuss natin from first to second part. Okay, again, these are your 4 guide questions that you're going to answer, and you're going to put it on an online text submission type. Okay, again, listen to these two video presentation before you answer your guide questions. Okay, is that clear? That is your music learning task 1.1. Do you have questions so far? None? Okay, let's continue. Learning task 1.2. Tell me kung nabibilisan kayo, no? Okay lang ba? Okay. For your learning task 1.2, it is under development. It's a quiz. So, hindi rin bago sa inyo to. Alam niyo na paano mag-take ng quiz. Kahit sa LMS o sa bago nating OLS, same lang din. Okay, so here's the instruction. You'll have the click the quiz now button available below, and you're going to answer the quiz by choosing the right answer. You're going to click the finish attempt and submit all and finish if you are done answering all of the given questions. If ever you want to change your answer, you can click return to attempt and preview page. Okay, your target is to get the perfect score of 15 for the activity to be marked as complete. You have unlimited time but only one attempt only. Okay, did you understand that? Your goal is to get a perfect score. So, pwedeng ulitin. Okay? So, ano ay itsura ng inyong quiz? So, para makita nyo yung preview quiz now, ipindutin nyo rin yun. Let's have an example. Again. For question number 1, he was a prolific composer in traditional Filipino music and wrote 50 masses in Latin and 20 in English. Options are Francisco Buencamino, Antonio Buenavista, Rosendo Santos, and Cornejo. Again, hindi nyo masasagot to without understanding your PowerPoint presentation and video presentations provided kanina. Okay, again, these are 7 questions with 15 points. Okay, kapag nasagot na, next page kayo. No? Kapag may maling sagot, pwedeng balikan. Okay, so that is your quiz for Learning Task 1.2. Let's continue. Naintindihan po yun? Okay. Let's continue. For your Learning Task 1.3. For your Learning Task 1.3, it is under engagement. Eto na. What can I do? Record time. Entitled kay ganda ng ating musika. Okay, pina-level up at mas pinasarap ang mga learning tasks mo ngayon this quarter, especially for PE. Excited kayo because we'll be going to discuss hip-hop dance and street dance. Kaya tumatawa. Okay, for your Learning Task 1.3, here are your instruction. Okay, so again, it's under engagement. Are you familiar with this composition? It's entitled Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika. All you have to do is watch. Wait lang. Okay. Again, all you have to do is watch and listen to this performance entitled Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika. Next. Wait lang. Okay. Now, here are what you're going to do. Makinig. Number 1, practice the song. Again, practice the song Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika. Ito yon. Composed by our national artist Ryan P. Cayabia, who is a famous composer. Any songs or any songs composition under the 20th century traditional composers? Okay, I'm back. Ulit tayo. For instruction number 1, you're going to practice the song Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika, written and composed by Ryan Cayabia. Now, interpret the music with appropriate pitch, rhythm, melody, style, timbre, dynamics, texture, harmony, and expression. Again, those are elements of music, no? 3, after several rehearsal class, record your output or your performance in your phone or any gadget. Note, you can perform it with accompaniment, with either instrumental accompaniment, -1, or kung gusto mong a cappella, it's up to you. Okay, so it's a video output na ipapasa nyo sa akin while singing Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika. Tatapusin po ba? Hindi. Siguro ano lang tayo. First stanza, first refrain, and chorus lang. Okay, you don't have to finish all the song para hindi masyadong mabigat at mapasa niya sa ating Moodle. Okay? Nagkakaintindihan? Then you have here your instruction para sundin at yung file name nyo. Okay? Do you have question regarding this topic? Nilo, pwedeng chorus lang, hindi, kakasabi ko lang. You start with the first stanza, of course, the intro, then followed by the refrain, then hanggang first chorus lang. Or kung gusto nyo 1 minute, it's up to you. Hanggang dun lang. 1 minute lang ang maximum natin. Or up until first chorus lang. Okay? Question. Again pwedeng a cappella, that means without any accompaniment. Kakanta ka lang. Or with -1 or musical accompaniment. Okay, ito nang gustong instrument. It's up to you. Pwede bang iba ang tumugtog? Yes, pwede. Basta ikaw ang kakanta. O kayo ang kakanta. Okay? Any other questions regarding your learning task 1.3? Wala na po? Okay. Klaro yun, ha? Again, don't forget the file should only be a maximum of 20 MB. Kaya maximum natin ay 1 minute lang or hanggang first chorus. And this would be a rubric para hindi kayo mahirapan sa pag-rehearse nyo. Follow these rubrics now from musicality, showmanship, of course, and the audio quality, and so on. Ibi-video po ba yung sarili habang nag-perform, sir? Yes! Okay. Let's have your last learning task for this week. This is your learning task 1.4. It's under assimilation. Alam niyo na to. It's a student reflection just to check what have you learned for this topic. Okay. Now, all you have to do is kindly answer the following questions. Number 1, my understanding about the 20th century traditional composer is that, yun lang. Siguro simulan niya sa definition and its characteristics. Number 2, I realize that traditional composers are. Okay, give your reflection about how they start their musical career at bakit sa tingin niyo yun ang napili nilang genre. Okay, why traditional and contemporary? Number 3, I love listening to the 20th century traditional composer because sabi ni Chris, bakit yun siya nagustuhan? Yon. And number 4, the reason I really appreciate the 20th century composers because yun lang. Okay? All you have to do is complete the sentence and answer this reflection for this week. Okay? So that's it. That is your music learning task 1.1 to 1.4. Any questions? Please don't forget to look for your enrollment keys at mag-enroll muna. After this, I'm going to open your topic 1 for music para makapagsagot na kayo. Okay? Ready? Okay. Show me your best smile. Ngiti. Smile. 1, 2, ready, sing. We're done. Wala lang tanong.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Bye-bye.
you, sir.